Hi guys and welcome to another Fool of the Week. This week's Fool is our old friend, Honest Bob Jenrick. So Robert was re-elected. Now I'm not sure what the people in his constituency were hoping to achieve by engaging in that hilarious exercise, but he stood up in the new parliament and shut his mouth off so much that fellow MPs were rolling in the aisles. Of course, none of this is about the issues that he talked about here. This is about him using the House of Commons as a platform to boost his chances of becoming the next Tory leader. Oh yeah, and he called the Conservatives Centrists. You couldn't make it up. Have a listen.
When we stood in 2019, we promised to get Brexit done, and we did that. We got Brexit done and we restored our sovereignty as a nation, a great and lasting achievement. We now find ourselves with a government pursuing, for ideological reasons, a net zero policy which is going to make it harder for our own consumers to afford their bills, which is going to further erode our industrial base, which is going to lead us in hock to Chinese technology, where we're trading dependence on Russian hydrocarbons for Chinese electric vehicles, smart meters and solar panels that will despoil our countryside. We're seeing tens of thousands of people about whom we know next to nothing crossing into our country, breaking into our country in flagrant abuse of our laws. Some of them are subjects of interest being followed by our security services. This has got to stop. And scrapping the only known credible deterrent with nothing else to put in its place is going to surrender to the people smuggling gangs. That's wrong, it's a mistake, and I worry that we are going to rue the day that we did that. And as one of our colleagues said earlier about the rise of far-right parties around the world, if we centrist parties on the left and the right do not...
Centrist? Centrist? Is this guy insane? Centrist? He doesn't know the meaning of the word centrist. Centrist. The Conservatives are centrist. The Conservatives are far right. They have been chasing Nigel Farage for I don't know how long. They've adopted the rhetoric and even policies of UKIP, rhetoric of the BNP, and now they're chasing Farage and Reform UK. And Robert Jenrick is claiming that the Conservatives are centrist. This, a party that wanted to use, some members of the party, senior people in the party, who wanted to use gunboats in the English Channel to turn back asylum seekers. That's not what centrists do. Okay, I want to talk about some of the other things that he raised here. At the beginning, he mentioned Brexit. He got Brexit done, or his party got Brexit done. Well, news this week is that checks on people's passports as a result of Brexit have been postponed. So this is good news. Brexit is best when it's not implemented, it seems. And sources in the travel sector have told the media that they're relieved about this postponement. Also, I'd love for Robert to sit down with some business owners, for example, importers and exporters, and explain to them the benefits of being outside the single market. Then he went on to attack net zero, something that Rishi Sunak was actually supportive of. Now let's ignore for a moment the fossil fuel industry-backed think tanks that he gives speeches to. But increasing home insulation and greater investment in renewables will bring down the cost of heating homes. However, then he said it would erode the British industrial base. What industrial base? Then this was followed up with some Chinese Project Fear, where Britain will end up using electric cars and devices from that country. But you Brexiteers sacrifice British industry on the altar of sovereignty. Of course, his old favourite of people breaking into Britain was brought up. Well, he was the immigration minister who did nothing to stop them apart from painting over murals. And then he tried, of course, to defend Rwanda, which the former Home Secretary called it something that I can't repeat here. What an absolute joke of a politician. I really don't understand what his constituents were hoping to achieve by re-electing him. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you next time for our next Fool of the Week.